Hayden, make your point. Talk loud so we can hear you.
I believe that he just came up with a sudden irrational idea to just kill his master because of the guy.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Remember I told you about text to text, text to self, and text to world. How many of you look at court shows? Like How to Get Away with Murder, Law and Order? Now, according to the law, Payton is saying that, you're going to put your hands down. He's saying that he didn't think about it. He just did it. So, is that premeditated murder? Is that first degree murder?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because according to a court of law, first degree murder is what?
An intention to kill somebody.
An intention to kill somebody. You have to think about it before you do it. So it would be more like what? Second degree murder. Or maybe manslaughter. Because they want to get some evidence. He had a reason to kill his master. Okay, go ahead, Timothy. Okay, you have a text to self moment. What is your text to self moment?
When you fight, sometimes you black out and you just like get more angry.
Okay, that's a good point.
That's what he did. Like he got
Blacking out and getting angry, because in my Okay, that's a good point, because you know what? Let me give you a text to self. You all know I'm going to school for my doctorate. My doctoral class last night, since I'm working on it in counseling, had to do with anger. And my professor and I actually talked about how some people, it builds up. They don't say anything and it builds up and builds up. And one day they just what?
explode.
They just explode and they just snap. Do you think this was the case in the Telltale Heart?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next person.
I believe because like how using text media, as far as I know, how I've seen in How to Get Away with Murder, how they plot it out and then they have to hide all the evidence, and then that's what the butler, he sorted it, he tried to hide the evidence, but then he finally admitted, which real people, they wouldn't just downright admit to relieve all the grief off of them. They just let it go and just try to hide the best they could.
Are you sure? Because some people, you think everybody can handle grief a certain way?
Nope.
People can handle, because have you ever heard of people making a what when they go to the police station? A confession. They confess because it weighs so much on them. But you do have a point, like How to Get Away with Murder. They have teams to help each other with certain cases. Good job. Okay, next person, please. Debrianna, good job.
I believe this. I can kind of relate to this, except I don't kill anybody. But
I hope you're not a killer. Thank you, because I'm standing right in front of you. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not, but my mom took me to the doctor one day, and they discovered that I have mild anger issues. I don't have that bad anger issues, like Kylie.
Okay, so you think the butler has some anger issues?
Maybe, or he just has like psychotic or suicidal issues.
Oh, I like that word, psychotic. Okay, and that has to do with, why don't you try being a psychologist? You have those big words, psychotic. Good job. Next person. That's great. Okay, Chris Hester, good job.
It's in the video that he waited a week, and then on the 8th day, he killed him.
Oh, what did Chris just do? He pulled what?
Evidence.
He pulled evidence from the text. Good job. Give me some love. That's good. Great job. He pulled evidence from the text. Okay, next person. Okay.
Okay, so, I agree with Bree because, like, when it came down to it, he was watching him every night at midnight. So when it came down to it, he decided to kill him because he could hear his heartbeat, like, grow faster and faster when he had the light on his eye.
Okay, why do you think his heart was beating faster and faster?
Because he was getting frantic and scared. He was anxious.
Did you all actually hear the heartbeat?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. That heartbeat, what do we call that? We talked about this a lot last year. Not a pulse. It starts with an F. When you know something is about to happen.
Frantic.
Friction.
Not friction. We're not in science class.
Foreclosure.
That's in a house.
Oh.
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. When you, how many of you look at those scary movies and you hear the
There's a.
what does that let you know? What does that music let you know?
The killer's about to strike.
Okay, the killer's about to strike. Something is about to happen. That is foreshadowing. Okay, next.
Like Jaws.
Take it.
Yeah, like Jaws. Yes. Text to media. Good job.
You're scared of Jaws?
No, I love that.
Okay.
All right. Got grip that time.
I love the participation that I'm hearing. Good job. This is really awesome. Go ahead, Timothy.
Oh, and he did think about it for a little bit because when he came in that first time.
Okay, so you're saying he thought about it. So if he was tried in a court of law, then it would be what? First what? First degree premeditated murder. Correct. Yes. So those of you who want to be lawyers, remember your teacher who introduced you to that if you do make the big money one day. Okay. Okay. Next. Jamie. Okay, go ahead, Jamie.
He was having a conscience at the end because he was thinking about, he thought the policemen were the policemen thought that they knew what he had done. So he was thinking about it and having all these like